let's get into it. First thing you want to do is go ahead and refresh. Now you don't want to discriminate. You want to kind of get into it. My favorite is the news because they suck. Let's see what they got today. A Florida woman is under arrest after civilians showed her repeatedly kicking and stomping a small dog. Okay. Okay, I think we could work right off the bat. You know, these are very rare. Usually you have to kind of scroll, and look for the little gems, you know, to see what you could work with. But this is off the bat. You know, it's sad, you know, I don't advocate violence, especially for pets, but that's hilarious. She stomped a small dog. This is hilarious. There's plenty of opportunity there. So what you want to do is, the first thing I like to do is, I want to gauge the emotion. All right, that's number one. Do we have lowered third type stuff to kind of? We don't have that yet. All right, very professional production we got here, but we'll improve. It's just a pilot show. So what you want to do is gauge the emotion. What do I mean by that? If you look down here, obviously everybody's angry about it. You got one like, a couple likes, but they're the minority. But the majority is going to be sad, obviously, and then people angry. Overwhelmingly angry, as you can see. So what we want to do is go ahead and look at our options. So we got angry, sad, we have the wow face or blowjob, I mean, whatever you want to interpret it as, and then you get the, okay, so everything's been taken. I think the one that's kind of like grab your attention real quick, like, who the hell just, you know, loved this? That's what you want to do. You first want to gauge the emotion. Never, you could say the, you know, the most intelligent thing, the best, like, counter attack roast or that there ever was. But if you don't gauge that emotion, set the tone for it first, it won't mean anything. So you want to go ahead and press the love emotion. Now here's another thing, and I'm sure like people who actually write comedy and things of that nature understand. Sometimes simple is better. You don't want to like overthink it. You don't want to you don't really want to use the words differently so it's like misinterpreted. Simple. Usually your instinct is where you want to go, and then you could kind of re-edit it if you want to look back on it and say, okay, maybe I should word it this way, but you want to get it out there as soon as you can with your gut instinct. So a Florida woman is under arrest under surveillance video inside an elevator, showed her repeatedly kicking and stomping a small dog. Okay. So my first instinct, so let's try this one. So the approach to this would be reversing it. So for example, so this is what I went with. Well, you know, and usually it is the thing. When I write stuff in my head, it's funny because it's in my head, and the way when you're translating words and sounds and in things like inflection get lost. Things like tone and things like that, they get lost. You know, so somebody who would probably be offended by reading it may not be offended if you were in conversation with them. So keep those things in mind. So this is how it would read. Well, you don't know what the dog did, now do we? Well, we don't know what the dog did, now do we? Dog probably shat on a rug after multiple warnings. We don't know. You see? It's funny. It's clear, to the point. So what you want to do now is, okay, you got it out there, whatever. Enter. You want to go ahead and, most importantly, like your own comment. You know, because why not? You know, you set the momentum. So that would be, oh, somebody liked it, you know, and then they see it as yourself, and then it's, who knows where that goes. So after you do your first roast, um, or social commentary. I'll just call it. I don't know what I want to call it, honestly. But after you do this, you want to go ahead and let it sit. You know what I'm saying? It's like farming. It's like seeds. Like you just kind of drop one, you cover it up with the dirt, and you put the water on it, and that's it. And then you move on, and then it's just a waiting game. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Now, again, these are basic fundamentals when it comes to social commentary. Again, I didn't just go ahead, like, let's go back to the story real quick. I didn't just go ahead and just immediately just started saying, well, you know, fuck you, or, you know, good, or, that's not a good trolling. See, I'm not a troll. I don't even know how to troll. But something, or say something, usually the cop-outs are like the racially insensitive comments, you know. You don't know. This is clever. To me, this is clever, and we'll find out if other people think it's clever. All right, let's go to another one. Hold on, what that meme say? Hope you're in good sense. You moved out. Okay, that's funny. That's funny. I like that. I like that. You see, this is you see, it's again. This is why I say, and again, while I scroll through these, this is why I say social commentary is an art. I mean, you gotta dig. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm, for example, like a miner. You know, trying to dig for like these little diamonds. You know what I'm saying? Just to make other people rich, and then dying because it collapses. So there's a lot of danger. There's a lot of things that go into this that people honestly don't see. They just think, oh, I just saw this, or I'm coming after you. You know what I mean? Like people are, no, there's work. I mean, just finding it is half the battle. You know, just finding the materials half the battle. Then you got to look at it, think about it, and see how you want to approach it. That's the art of it. Let me see. Let's probably just go for one more. I think it'd be enough for today. We'll cry. It's a slow. What is it? It's Thursday. See, people are kind of. That's another thing, real quick. people are usually the most delusional on. What am I saying? People are mostly disgruntled, usually around Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is when you get the good stuff, the self-deprecating things. You know, it's like duck season. I mean, you can't just wander in during the winter or, whatever season you feel like it. No, there's seasons. And during the week, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday starts to kind of wind down. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, people are pretty much chipper. It's the weekend, so you don't get too much of that. Let me see. You see, look, usually what I like to go for is people that I know or don't know. Casuals, as I call them in the business. Casual people who are on Facebook, who are constantly jerking themselves off about whatever it is that they're doing in their life, or complaining. So you got the complainers, and this will be another episode where we'll categorize the species. This is more or less like an overview, the species of the people that are perfect for this. But today, look at the news. Look, these are awesome. 9 incredible fire towers you can rent for your next vacation, starting at $20. Fire towers. You know, after the whole Las Vegas thing, these guys are promoting fire towers. This one's interesting. So again, let me say, I got a gut instinct about it. Can't be too picky because there's not much going around. So we're gonna start off with a laugh, which symbolizes sets the tone for irony. Like just yesterday, the other day, 50 people died, and you're over here promoting fire towers. So, but I'm not gonna say it like that because it's too. I'm offended. You know what I mean? You want to go in at the back end of the joke. So right now, I got a gut instinct about it, but I'm kind of having. Nothing's jumping out at me. So what you want to do next is you want to go into the comments. So after you go into the comments, You want to kind of gauge what other people have said for inspiration and see what other people have said. See, that's the thing. Nobody's picked up on it, at least from what I see about. Actually, let me see. Nobody's mentioned the Las Vegas one, so now I am on my own. Let me see. 9 incredible photos. Correct. Your next vacation. Okay, so we'll go ahead and mention that. Let me see. I'm just spitballing here. I might erase this. Let me see. I hear. Okay. So, this is what I went with. I hear you can get it for cheaper in Las Vegas, especially during concerts. Okay. So this is when you're playing with the fine line, where you got to keep aware where you're not being too insensitive with what just happened, but at the same time you're pointing out the perhaps I guess you could gauge as the insensitivity of them promoting this while this very similar thing happened. Now, although it wasn't like a fire tower, the shooter did use the hotel as a fire tower to get the best bird's eye view. So that's what I'm trying to point out. So I think that's good. Let's go ahead and capitalize Las Vegas, because even in social commentary, I mean, you want to be professional, you know. So let's go ahead and press enter. And let's go ahead and like. Okay, good. So, again, I think we'll end it at that. We'll continue more for another episode. Again, this is just the pilot. I don't know if this is going to get picked up. You know, we obviously don't have an intro. We don't have an outro either, do we? Yeah, of course. Why did I even ask? This will give you, now it gives you an idea. It probably gives you an understanding of where I'm coming from. Again, other videos I'll get into more in depth as far as the psychology and philosophy behind social commentary. I mean, if you think about it, it does shed light in an indirect way.